Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Tanya June Moore. Welcome to the Sedona International Film Festival 2020. First up, I want to say thank you to our media room sponsors, the Sedona Advertising Agency, Broadcast Rentals, and of course the lovely Sedona Rouge for housing our media room this year. And I have another brilliant filmmaker in the seat this morning. Introduce yourself.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Cynthia Uhrich, and I'm here from Minnesota, representing the Twin Cities.
Yes.
And my film is Oh My Stars, and the screenplay's by Lorna Landvik.
Oh, wonderful. So you've been here for a couple of days. You've had a screening. How do you feel about the Sedona International Film Festival?
It's been incredibly warm and welcoming. Sedona is a beautiful setting, just to be here and feel the energy with the landscape and the beauty all around. But then to experience yesterday a packed house.
Yes, tell me about your screening.
It went really well. It was just marvelous to see so many people there. The response to the film was lovely. I had many people coming up to me afterwards. I had a few people talk about how they could get involved with potentially helping us to make a feature-length version of the short.
Yes.
And was surprised to see that someone I knew was in a film that screened.
Oh!
Yes, so this other film had shot in Minnesota, and an actor friend of mine was on the big screen. There he was.
Isn't it a wonderful feeling when you get to kind of connect with your old friends?
Yeah, I was really surprised.
Well, I think our audiences are really going to love this. I'm going to show you the trailer. Enjoy, because it's lovely.
I hope he recognizes me. He knew me when I was young. And a brunette.
Violet? Violet, you better get off that damn sewing machine and get my damn supper on that table now!
I swear, one day I'll be known as the Coco Chanel of Kentucky.
Oh my God, Violet! God, Violet!
What the same name was again? Daisy? Rose? Pansy?
Violet.
See, Austin and I, we met not as actors, but as musicians. Started jamming together, and now we're gonna form a band.
My muse would win beauty contests. And Violet wouldn't.
Violet Mathers, Miss Butt of all jokes, 1937. You know, that's a contest I could win.
But Austin and Dallas and I were living in a world that didn't exactly value us. And it took us a long time to value each other. I even came up with their name.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Pearl Tones.
I was just telling Treepaw here about the Pearl Tones.
Good old Treepaw. Well, I've heard so much about you.
So you said that you had some gasps in the audience yesterday. How did that make you feel to get the reaction?
It was great, and I'm glad that they were upset by the racist things that were said and the unkind things that were said about another character, because eventually, you know, Violet really does triumph, and and love and acceptance of people who are not Caucasian triumphs in the movie.
But not only that, it's also a story of other outsiders.
Others, right.
It's not just a race issue.
No.
It's a beautiful movie that's about other things. And that nuance, you said it's based on a book.
It is.
And is that why you chose?
I did. I mean, I have been a fan of Lorna Landvik's for years. I remember reading Patty Jane's House of Curl when I was, I think, in college, and thinking that this was one of the funniest, most interesting books I've ever read, and oh, if only one day I could write like her or meet her. Fast forward all these many years later, and through a strange twist of fate, there was an introduction made. She looked at my other films, we had several interviews, and the next thing I know, she says, I would really like for you to make a proof of concept. None of my films, many of her films have been optioned, but none of them had ever been made, had never made their way to the screen. So she said, how do we do that? And I said, well, we, you know, have to raise some money.
Yeah.
And let's do a proof of concept short film. And Oh My Stars was one of the titles that she was playing around with. I started reading it, and I absolutely fell in love with it. And I just was like, this is so timely.
Yes.
This is the perfect timing for a film like this. And it's family friendly. It has its somewhat adult moments, but it's mostly family friendly. And I mean, I could see like Hallmark getting on board with a
Yes.
film like this, or some
So you
group
are
like that.
looking for funding for a feature film for this.
We certainly are. We are. We raised $26,000 through crowdfunding, and that was through GiveMN.org, which is I have a nonprofit film production company, In the Moment Films, and so that allows us to get funding, and people who write us checks and make donations get a tax deduction. So it's kind of a win-win.
Yes.
And I created the company to create opportunities for women to make films. So a vast majority of our crew are women. I'm really proud of that.
I'm proud of that. Thank you.
That's the whole
Thank
goal
you
of,
for that.
of my nonprofit.
What website, where can they follow this film?
Right now, if you go to inthemomentstudio.biz, that's my website.
Okay.
You can also go to givemn.org and look up Oh My Stars, and there's a portal there for giving.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a really good film. I think it's still a subject that we can visit over and over and over again. You have another screening coming up, I believe.
I do, tomorrow at 1 o'clock at Harkins.
Okay.
I'm really looking forward to that.
So
And
come on
so-
out, see Oh My Stars. I think you'll really enjoy it. It's a telltale story. It's a timely tale as well.
Thank you.
And thank you for bringing this to us.
Thanks
We
for
really
having me.
appreciate
It's been really fun. Thanks so much.
And stay tuned out there in our live stream land. We'll be having other filmmakers in the seats very shortly. And please hashtag us. It's hashtag Sedona Film Festival 26 and hashtag Sedona Film Fest 2020.